Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome. If this is your first time, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know this is your first live stream attending, and you are ready to get started, ready to learn some new things, get updated. For those of you who have been here multiple times, clients, loyal followers, subscribers, partners of mine, go ahead, drop a comment. Let the new people feel welcome. If you have any specific questions, concerns, thoughts, you name it, you're going to want to drop your questions and concerns in the comments early on. What I'm going to do is go through my entire agenda, and then once I'm finished, I'm going to open it up to Q&A, go through all the questions that I see live, and then we'll close it out. That is the format. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it, where we're going over shout outs, new partnerships, new announcements. Okay, I'm going to take it to the whiteboard and see if I can be effective with my time and explanation. All right. First thing I want to do, you have got to know your four major numbers, ladies and gentlemen. This is extremely important. It's 2023. If you do not know your numbers, if you're struggling with your personal finances and or business finances, you're in debt, you're negative cash flow, low cash flow, fluctuating cash flows each month. You don't know what you make. You don't know what you keep. You don't know what you're spending. It's time that we just put time into it. I mean, the first step is like, okay, we admit and we identify there is a problem in the area of your personal and or business finances. Right? So you admitted it, you identified it. The next action step is to simply put time into it. Now, that could be in the form of watching video content to give you context as to what action to take, right? That would be really effective, or reading books, or hiring a coach, financial coach, consultant, a business consultant, right? So you're either going to put money into it, or you're going to put time and effort via free content, right? Maybe even some free PDFs, free books, whatever it is. That would be the next step. Now it's like, okay, we have figured out what those action steps are. Now it's a matter of, okay, I'm going to take 60 minutes a week, 60 minutes every other week, okay? Or at least 1 to 2 hours a month, right? Like, we just need to schedule it, put it in the agenda so we can move forward there, right? Now, I like to simplify it. When I'm gathering my numbers, there's four major numbers you need to know. You need to know what's coming in. How do we figure that out? By simply looking at our bank statements, right? Our different income streams. If I just have one income stream, my job, my career, right? Then I can see the pay stubs, I can see the bank account, so I know exactly what is coming in. Now, if I'm an hourly employee, or if I'm a salary plus commission, now there's fluctuation. Okay, so all I need to do, if I'm a type of individual that has fluctuating income, all I have to do is go 90 days up to 1 year back in time and gather all of the bank statements to get an average. All right, so you can do a 90-day average, or you can do a 1 year average. This is what I produced. This is what I took home net. Divide net by 12. That's how much money I am averaging per month. From there, expenses, okay? Gotta know where every dollar goes. Now, there is ways to calculate expenses or plan for expenses. Now, there is a big community that has a budget, okay? A lot of people believe in budgeting. Great. So if you like the idea of budgeting, right? You like the idea of creating categories for the different areas that you spend money in, or having separate accounts to take care of certain bills, okay, cool. You're going to want to look at people like debt-free millennial, um, descendants of the Dave Ramsey community, the FIRE community, right? You're going to want to look at some of those content creators. If you're like myself, where you don't budget, you just simply calculate what you spend per month, where you spend it. You simply look at the bank statements, you see where every dollar goes, and then you minus your income from expenses, and then you see what you're left with, which is that monthly cash flow. From there, what I simply do, once I know where every dollar is going, I look at the guaranteed bills, right? Stuff that doesn't fluctuate. I have that right here in one category. I'm like, okay, this is what I spend. Then I look over here in the non-guaranteed bills: food, gas, miscellaneous, house products, bathroom products, eating out, dining out, entertainment, vacation, birthdays, holidays, New Year's, da 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 da. Okay, cool. I go back 90 days up to a year, and I see exactly how much money I spent, divide that by 12, and then I learn how to create a lifestyle. I learn how to create an income, I learn how to create an income that matches that lifestyle, that lives above it, so that I don't have to stay within a budget, right? Like, I don't have to get a headache or get stressed when I go $500 over this budget or $700 over this budget, right? What has worked for me is to simply know what is going on in my finances, know exactly where money is going, and then identify where are the leaks in my personal finances. So instead of trying to reduce, cut, rice and bean diet, like put more stress on an already stressful position, I'm simply looking for leaks in my personal and or business finances. What would be a leak? An example of a leak would be I have 5 to 7, upwards of $10,000 per month in bills that can be paid with a credit card, but I'm running it through a debit card, a checking account, where I'm not earning any money whatsoever from that debit account, not earning any money whatsoever from that debit account to use that debit account. But there are offers over here with these different credit cards where I can earn $200 back, $500, $700 when I spend $6,000 or more in the first 90 days, when I spend $5,000 or more in the first 90 days. 2% cash back, 3% cash back, 5% cash back, 3% cash back plus a match at the end of the year on all of the cash rewards that I earned in one whole year in the first year. So if I earned $2,000 in cash back rewards in the first year, they'll match it. Boom, I got $4,000. So if I spend $5,000 a month on credit cards, that's $60,000 in a year, right? And I'm earning, say, 3% cash back. That's $1,800. And let's say the first 90 days, they gave me a $300 statement credit for spending $5,000 or more within the first 90 days. That's $2,100 back into my economy. So instead of spending $60,000 a year minus $2,100, I'm now spending $57,900 a year. So I didn't change the lifestyle. I simply redirected or increased the flow, the velocity of money to recapture $2,100 a month and ongoing, right? So then I look at, from there, $57,900, right? My actual cost of living is $60,000 a year of bills that can be ran through a credit card. Let's just say in my personal finances, it's more like 100,000, right? In the neighborhood of about 100,000. You know what? I'm a liar. It's more like 120, about 120,000 between personal and business that I'm running through credit cards, and honestly, probably more than that. So I average about 2% cashback rewards. That's $2,400, right? And if I did 3%, which it's probably more like 3%, that's $3,600. So instead of paying 120 a year minus 3,600 minus another 200, 500, 700, because times that by so many different credit cards where you're getting the statement credit, say minus another 1,000 off of that. So now I'm actually out of pocket $115,400 as opposed to $120,000, right? So I'm already accounting to spend 120, but now I'm down to 115,400. Care to make it sweeter? Let's make it sweeter, okay? From that $120,000, I'm down to 115,400. Divide that by 12. We're now spending $9,616 per month. Then of that 115,000, let's say there's about half that number, right? Say just 50 grand that are these guaranteed bills on a monthly basis that I could switch from monthly to annual and save roughly 10% off the bill itself. 10% off the bill itself. So 50 grand times 10% is another $5,000. So instead of spending $120,000 a year, I just rerouted and brought it all the way down to $110,400 a year. That's a 10-13% savings or whatever that may be. Look at how my lifestyle didn't change and I was able to recapture all this money and cash flow. Care to make it sweeter? Let's make it sweeter. In addition to getting cashback rewards, statement credit, switching your bills from monthly to annual and running it through the credit card to give you time on 0%, so there's no cost of borrowing, right? You're saving 10 upwards of almost 20% off of your net operating income in an entire year, which is multiple thousands of dollars, okay? To make it even sweeter, we look again at all of our bills. Where do we go? Where do we spend money out? Okay, I spend money at Macy's. I spend money at this restaurant. I consistently go to this restaurant, Chick-fil-A, or I consistently go here. I consistently go there. Why not sign up for each and every one of these institutions that have memberships, rewards programs on top of the rewards that you're already getting through your credit card? So now you're getting a free meal at Chick-fil-A every time you shop at Chick-fil-A, every time you order at, Outbacks, every time you go to whatever restaurant it is, every time you go to a restaurant, every time you go to the mall or store, you rack up points. Every time you go to Publix, every time you go to Walmart, every time you go to Whole Foods, whatever it is, Target, you're getting points every time you shop there. So you're getting cashback rewards for shopping for things you already know you're going to get. Then you're getting points on top of that, where then you come back, you've got the coupons and you've got the rewards from those stores, which reduces what you were already going to spend money on. Reduces, right? Care to make it sweeter? Let's make it sweeter, right? How many layers are we so far? About 5 layers deep, right? We've got cashback rewards, statement credit, switch from monthly to annual, right? Become a member at the institutions and locations that you already shop at. Maybe I missed something. Here's the fifth layer. Fifth layer, here's where it gets even sweeter. Let's say you shop at Sephora, or what's the other one? Ulta, right? Let's say you shop at Sephora and Ulta. This is for the women, right? You do the makeup, you do the liner, the lashes, you do the skincare, the management, all that stuff. You know what? Even for the gentlemen too. What am I talking? Because I use skincare products and all the different things to keep this face healthy, right? Keep the skin healthy. So when you do this, you're shopping at a retail store that maybe is overcharging you for certain products and services that you're already using. So it's not a matter of removing the things in your life that improve your life on a certain degree. It may be like that for a period of time because you're simply a wild spender. Like if you have 5 different day creams and 5 different night creams and 7 different the eye pens for your eyebrows, and you got 20 different makeup product, yeah, you may have an issue if you're doing paycheck to paycheck. Let's identify what that issue is. Or for the gentleman, you've got 47 different snap-on tools. You have the same screwdriver, but you got 47 different brands. You've got 17 different drill bits, and you're not even repairing much because you have a full-time job. The tools just sit in the shed. They ain't doing nothing, taking up space when it could have been used as a home office space, potentially for wife or yourself, to generate more cash flow. Shots fired. Yes, we're shooting shots today. So instead of that, overspending on the things that you are already shopping for, instead of going to Sephora or Ulta Beauty, back to my example, maybe go to Marshall's. Like I just had a mind-blowing experience recently where my girlfriend and we went to Marshall's. Typically, I go with her to the Sephora and the Ulta Beauty, right? And then there's another store. I forget what it's called. So we go there typically for the different makeup products. And let me tell you, for freaking powder at that store is like 50 something bucks, maybe more. The Huda brand. Some of you know this. I walk into Marshall's. We're looking for a day cream. We're looking for the pen thing. We're looking for different stuff, right? $4.99, $3.99, $7.99, $8.99. Guys, I walked out of there with 15 different things that I probably didn't need. But I was just stunned by the pricing. So I was able to get 15 things, whereas other stores, I would only get 2 things. So now I'm getting more for my dollar. More for my dollar, right? Same products, same value, cheaper prices. Now, the only downside is when you do walk into a Marshall's or a Ross, sometimes these stores are a little, disorganized, right? Might take you a little longer to find the product. So it's like a time thing. I'm speaking to those who are living paycheck to paycheck, low cash flow, even negative cash flow. Here are very unique ways of recovering so much cash without having to sacrifice a particular lifestyle. Before we have to resort to that is what I'm saying. Like we just went 5 layers deep before I even removed anything from my lifestyle, from my living. Now, once I get 5 layers deep, the 6th layer is potentially removing something you don't need. So now in our finances, we have guaranteed bills, we have non-guaranteed bills. You can then identify needs versus wants, right? So we still haven't budgeted yet. We're just looking at what are we doing? Because if you try to budget first and you fail, how are you supposed to build momentum if you're failing each month on a budget? So go through the 5 layers before you remove anything from your lifestyle. Then layer 6 is actually removing wants versus needs, right? Okay, what is a want? Okay, let's say, for example, you have Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Spotify, Apple TV, Apple Music, Kindle, Amazon Prime. The average American is spending over $900 a month in subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fact, okay? Reason why I know that is back in 2018 or 2019, I did a video where I showed the exact number and statistics. So that was in 2018, 2019. I am almost certain that number has increased, especially with inflation being much higher. So check this out. We got these subscriptions that some of them are needs, some of them are wants. Out of the Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus, can I get rid of one, ladies and gentlemen? One. And replace that for education, financial education. Boom, you just figured out a way to buy my course right then and there by substitution, maybe for a temporary period of time, or someone else's course, or free content. YouTube University, start there. That's how you consume your time. And now you're no longer watching these shows that are making you dumber and killing brain cells little by little and just wasting your time, right? 6 layers, guys. That's it. That's a whole masterclass right there we can go into. So, with that being said, that is the 4 major numbers conversation. This is where I dwell best. For those of you who are just hitting my channel for the first time, this is where I dwell best. I need to know your numbers, cash on hand, what assets, capital do you have, what debt tools do we have. It's my core service right here: financial coaching, strategy, and consulting. Core service, boom. Here are some updates. Here's some things that are going to be exciting for some of the people who are live here that have been doing business with me for a while. You're a client. First thing is Finance Geek Ministry. Okay, we are up and running. Okay, Finance Geek Ministry is a ministry of finance focused on helping people rediscover their kingdom authority and become masters over their personal finances and become master stewards over God's resources, right? So it's this transition from getting your household in order in the form of confidence, kingdom authority, rediscovering that authority that you have, where you can gain wisdom and knowledge to take action on your personal finances. Then you master the personal finances. And then the last transition is, or could be the first one, but sometimes it's a growing thing. So let's just say first it's master your personal finances, get your household in order, regain your kingdom authority, right? Then the transition is, how do we manage God's resources? What are God's resources? Well, if you are a believer, you believe that God owns it all. So it goes from, you start changing the terminology of my personal finances and my authority to, this is God's authority whom I have access to, who has given me authority based on his authority. He has given me authorization, and he has given me the ability to move forward in my finances, which is no longer now my finances. It's actually his finances, because he's given me access to resources, because he has an infinite amount of resources. He is the source of the resource that has been given to me. Amen. Boom. So now I got these resources that I have access to, that now I have been commanded, I have been told, I have been called out, I have been anointed, whatever religious term you want to use. I have been in assignment walking in purpose to multiply the resources that I receive from source. Follow me? So now I have these resources that I have access to, and my kingdom mandate is to multiply the resources, be fruitful, and replenish, right? Multiply, replenish, which is a recipe for dominion, to have control, not ownership, control over everything around you, right? Everything, not everyone, everything that creepeth the earth, right? Everything, thing. And then to collaborate with another king or queen to quadruple or 10x the resources. I mean, come on. Is this not a recipe? It's a recipe. So boom. Know your numbers, core service, Finance Geek Ministry. You can sign up on the website, denzelrodriguez.com. I have a website being built specifically for Finance Geek Ministry. What I'm going to do real quick, share with you my screen so that you can see exactly what I am talking about. So let's go here, share screen, boom. I will copy paste this link in the chat so you guys see it. Finance Geek Ministry. Again, I have been so blessed. 27 years old, now have the ability, with the amount of passive income I've been able to bring in, I now have the ability, I now have the time to give freely to thee, because I want to give 100% of me to thee, which is you, right? In covenant. Here's how we do it. If you're willing to exchange your social currency, I'm willing to give you my time. Coaching one-on-one. This is for those who are negative cash flow, low cash flow, tough financial situation, trying to regain your authority, trying to master your personal finances. You're in a rut, right? You don't know how to make sense of investing in yourself because you've never done it before. For the 40, 50 years you've been on planet Earth, no shots fired. This is just speaking the truth, right? No shots fired. And you are maybe someone that struggles with allowing help to come into your life. Well, here's a very easy, non-judgmental, efficient way to do that. Name right there, email, free coaching opportunity. And then right below here is a free course, right? To get your mind right, get your money right. And you get access to the accountability group, which is the Ecclesia Gathering. Let me go into that. So in the Ecclesia Gathering, right here, right below, what we do here every first and last Friday of every month, 8 p.m. Eastern Time via Zoom, we gather, we answer questions. I have other speakers present topics, present situations, do case studies, run numbers. We're spending time together. We're worshiping together. We're praying together. We're growing together. We're building together, okay? That's part of Finance Geek Ministry. No cost to you. All you have to do is be willing to give, be willing to show up. From there, this is a new thing, the Kingdom Business Highlight. I was talking to a few clients about this. The Kingdom Business Highlight is something I want to be able to do at least once per month, where I create content, maybe do an email blast, where I'm leveraging my platform, leveraging my community to really help my clients who are also business owners, that are also kingdom-minded. They're kingdom-driven entrepreneurs. They're faith-driven entrepreneurs. They're building businesses on earth, right? And I now am in a position of authority, credibility, and influence on social media where I can leverage the platforms that I use, the systems that I've been able to build and automate. And it's like an added on value to my existing clients for investing in me early on. So it's like, here's a reward for trusting a 20-something-year-old who has no credibility, who has no, qualified positions or certifications or licenses or experience here, right? You're about to get poured and continue to be poured on for the rest of your days because you believed in the least of thee, right? So how you treat the least of thee, if I'm saying that right, how you treat the least of them is how you treat the Father, right? So for those of you who've known me since 2018, when it was just a little whiteboard, a terrible lighting, terrible audio, top of the head's cut off, you can see my bed in the background, you can see me in my bedroom, literally, the term, every time a content creator throws shots at another content creator, is like, oh yeah, he's probably in his mom's basement. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me for sure. Boom. And to now see that progress, and you're like, oh my Lord, wow, look what you've done for him, Lord. Look what you've done. How majestic are you? How I glorify you, Lord. Boom, right? You're about to get poured in this season. For those of you who have been with me since day one, for those of you who have committed to me for your personal for your gain, you committed to me for your gain. You're about to get some pouring. It's going to be really sweet. So I'm leveraging all the skills I have now to create some bad content. And when I mean bad, I mean good, like some good content. Highly edited, nice audio, good visuals. I mean, good everything, clean. Imagine having a spokesman whom you don't have to pay a dime, and they're going to put you in front of thousands of eyeballs for you to promote your businesses, right? So again, this is for kingdom-driven entrepreneurs, faith-driven entrepreneurs, people that are clients of mine that are building businesses. This is another value add-on. Once we do this, you see, I'm not just going to promote any kingdom entrepreneur just because you say, Denzel, I'm part of the kingdom. Yeah, okay. What are your 4 major numbers? Right? We need to get this in line. I need people who can handle what I'm about to bring them. I need people who are ready to manage God's resources and steward over them. So I need to make sure these numbers are cleaned up. I need to make sure you got a good head on your shoulders. I need to make sure you are disciplined. Yeah, 27-year-old talking to 47, to a 57, to a 67. Yeah, I have that authority because I answer to a higher authority. So when the higher authority gives you authority, watch out. Okay? You got to be able to respect that. As kingdom citizens, we need to respect each other's authority, especially when you've been called and anointed and confirmed, right? It's a big deal. So if this ain't in line and you're just trying to jump over here and leverage my audience and all, I'm going to be able to weed that out. I'm going to be able to see that early on. So those who are seeking out to become kingdom leaders, right? This is now a call to those who maybe are not clients, to those who have been following me for some time. For those of you who came from a different angle, maybe one of my partners, and you've heard of me and you started watching me a little bit, I'm now calling out kingdom leaders. I am seeking out kingdom leaders, financial coaches, pastors, faith-driven entrepreneurs, kingdom content creators. For those of you who are clients of mine and you know anyone that is like that, pastor, financial coach, faith-driven entrepreneur, kingdom content creator, send them my way. Email me directly. Send them my way. This might be a good fit for you, Denzel. This might be a good partnership, Denzel. Okay, I want to team up with some other kingdom people to expand Finance Geek Ministry because it's really one of the first of its kind, right? You've heard of ministries that help single moms. You've heard of ministries that help people on drugs, on rehab, counseling, divorce, marriage, teens, singles, couples, for homeless. Guys, have you ever heard of a ministry of finance? A ministry that is dedicated to financing God's citizens to help them become financiers of the kingdom? Have you ever heard of that before? I haven't. Okay. Brand new stuff. So it's going to be interesting. right? So that's a beautiful thing that's going to be rolling out. I'm going to start this month with highlighting a kingdom business. And that's when, again, I create content, maybe an email blast, right? Just promotion, just glorifying people, right? Next is kingdom sponsorships and kingdom grants. This is something that I did or have been doing every year, where I will give my course away, I'll give coaching or big program, or I literally just give money to help for a certain thing or business idea. So this is something I'm now officiating, where I'm going to create a form where I need a business plan. I'm gonna get more data, and then once I have the data of a few different applicants, then I'm gonna look through it and pick the one that is coming to the table most prepared, most ready, or whatever the Father says. So I'm combining logic and Holy Spirit to give me an answer to give a kingdom grant, which is literally money, or a kingdom sponsorship, which is money in the form of a course, program, my time, right? In that sense. So that's really, really cool. Next is new partnerships. Okay, new partnerships. And we have one in the house so far, Minor Ramos. So I'm going to get to you in a second. But I just wanted to honor you because you're here. So good morning to you. Now, new partnerships. Christy Van is a client of mine, right? On the velocity banking side, financial coaching side of things. She has been working to become a financial coach. And what I want to do, a kingdom coach, financial coaching, velocity banking coaching, consulting, right? Just a kingdom entrepreneur that's growing. And what I want to do is show you her progress, what she's been doing. So now I'm going to share my screen. So here we go. We're on YouTube. Her channel is called Vantastic. So it's her last name, like fantastic, Vantastic. I mean, what a way to brand yourself. That's very cool. A lot of entrepreneurs have done this, where they change the word of a common word and they put their name, or just they do something very unique. So this is awesome. Has already over 1,000 subscribers, and only started, what is it, 3 months ago. Started 3 months ago, already at 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000. Her most watched video, 14,000 views. Guys, it took me a while when I first started to get to 14,000 views. She did it in the first darn month, right? So here is another person who has successfully practiced the velocity banking concept, got a ton of results, and then felt called in her heart. Not felt, she was called by the Father to now go and teach this to others to help them in the area of their personal finances. So her and I have teamed up in creating a program together where you get a 2-for-1 deal, right? So you get her and me together, right? So that is something you would discuss with her, right? You hit her website, but you click her channel, right? And I'm going to tie that in the chat as well. It's going to be dropping a ton of links today so that you guys can see it, have it on the screen. Fantastic, right? She's got a website up. She's got services, programs up. Phenomenal. Next is my client Minor, where we've got the second partnership. Let me go to him. And boom. Matters of Eternity. Minor Ramos has a program as well, where He is helping clients of mine, viewers of mine who have suffered or have dealt with a loss, right? You lost a spouse, you lost a child, lost a mom, lost a dad, lost both, lost your spouse's dad passed, spouse's mom passed. He is taking a very unique angle to discuss that area on dealing with losing people here on planet Earth, but gaining in the kingdom, right? And how to deal with that, how to overcome that, how to work through it, where we can honor those that are no longer here, but also praise that they're in a new place where they have been called back to, and to believe in that, not just believe in it, trust it, but know it. To know something is a very strong position to be in. And then when you believe it, it's becomes philosophy, becomes your way of being. It's your way of being, right? So being able to discuss these things in such a way where you can cry and you can mourn, but still operate here on planet Earth and not allow the finances to bleed like your heart is, or it's, you know, broken because you lost someone you really care about. How do we not let the finances be a consequence of this tragedy occurring? How do we separate the two, where, like, okay, if I was to lose everyone I know today, just boom, right? I lose the most important people in my life. How do I protect me from God's resources? Because again, it's no longer my money. If you operate this way, if this is your way of being, it's no longer my money. This is someone else's money, right? Notice how a lot of people, for those of you who are in the house, who have lost someone in your life, notice how you're able to take a few days off, take a week off, take 2 weeks off, and then you're back into work for someone else. How come that doesn't get messed up? Like, to think about it, most people that I know who have lost people that they love take a week off, funeral, right? Time of mourning, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, whatever it is. And then you're right back into work. 9 to 5, working for the man, working for a company, working for an organization, back to work. You show up on time, you leave on time. You get your work done, you get paid. How does that not get affected? But your money gets affected. You start drinking more, you start doing this more, you start doing that. Like, wait a minute. What? That don't make sense. So how do we have that same reaction where you go right back to work with not your finances, with God's finances? If you treat it that way, because if you treat it like, these are my finances, this is my money, well then, yeah, I can see why it would bleed over and you would mess up in your personal finances, because it's yours. But if it becomes God's resources, then now there's someone else you must report to, just like you report to your job. That's someone else's company that you have to report to. So that is the way we would shift it. And so Miner is a great resource for that. And I don't think I put his YouTube channel, so let me share my screen again. Copy paste. Boom. Throw that in the chat. Boom. Throw it up on the screen. Bam. So that is Mr. Ramos. Okay. Wonderful partnership there. And now, next partnership is Maureen. Maureen is someone I connected with at my local church, and she has been talking to some of my clients and presenting to my community and audience on the advantages of solar panels, if it makes sense, how to do it, how to finance it, the cost, everything. So it's a phenomenal product that could potentially work for your household. It's a way to control another cost in your life. You could potentially reduce, offset, remove the cost completely. So very, very unique opportunity there. And let me show you where to go to connect with her. And I'll also put that on the screen as well. So again, it's on my website, denzelrodriguez.com. We go to resources. We scroll. And you will see Maureen right here. If you're in the market for solar panels, talk to Maureen. Click that link. Sends you right to her calendar. And I'm going to throw that in the chat, so you guys have that as well. It's another awesome partnership. Okay. Coming back to the screen here. The next partnership, Caleb, has a YouTube channel called Better Wealth. Has two YouTube channels actually, but his main one is Better Wealth. Wrote a book called The And Asset, which is right here. So The And Asset, phenomenal book. Check that out. That is on the infinite banking concept, becoming your own banker. Powerful method that we use in this community here as well. Him and I have been teaming up to offer more to you. For those of you who have been watching me for a while, you started out with a 9-to-5, you worked up to a career, you then started a business on the side, and now that business is growing, and in the next maybe year or two could overtake your 9-to-5 income, where now you'd be forced to quit because you're making more money in your business part-time, and now you've 4x'd your income, you've doubled your income. You're going to start witnessing new problems such as taxes, right? Planning, strategy, advanced financial strategies, investment opportunities. There's going to be a lot of people pulling you from all different directions. So what Caleb and I are doing in the background right now is building a Kingdom Builders program, right? And this is his channel, and I will drop his in the chat as well. He is phenomenal. Younger than me and just a beast, right? Really dominating the space. Him and I are coming together to provide financial coaching, tax planning, tax prep, tax filing, infinite banking, other investment opportunities. He's got this fractional CFO service. He seeks to be a one-stop shop for all things personal finances, estate planning, legacy, generational wealth building, all of the things in that space. Just does a phenomenal work. So we're coming together. I'm learning, and then here's the other YouTube channel, The And Asset right there. So he's already got it featured. So those are the two different channels that he runs and operates. Very good service. So we're coming together. If you want to learn more about that, you can reach out to him, reach out to me directly, mention my name if you reach out to him. And if you reach out to me, mention his name, program. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have a tax pain, you're trying to level up, ideally you're in the 6-figure range, that's going to be a great service for you, more than likely. Next is Dapo. My man Dapo. If you ever talk to Dapo, ask him, what does his name mean? Ask him that. You'll learn something new. Very powerful. So Dapo and I don't have a link or a place to direct you to, but you could just look up his name on Google or LinkedIn. So Dapo is building a financial software that will automate velocity banking. Okay, that's the goal. Him and I are coming together where I can and others can provide coaching in addition to you having a financial software, spreadsheets, numbers laid out, where it shows you exactly when and how much to do your chunks, comparing to Debt Snowball. I mean, like taking all of what I do with the whiteboard style and running the numbers and writing it all out and explaining it all out to an automative system, okay? Which is just going to be phenomenal. Now, there's another financial software in the marketplace today. There's like maybe 2 or 3 that are very popular. United Financial Freedom Money Max Account, which I'm an affiliate for. And then you have the PIL method, which is also a financial software that was white labeled and licensed from the Money Max account from United Financial Freedom. So it's in the same arena, right? The pricing is very different between the two, but if you were to look at any financial software today that's going to help you automate, pay off your debt at a certain time and date, and it lays everything out for you and you're able to connect your bank accounts and stuff, you're looking at a price point $4,000+ under $10,000, right? Very, very, very high ticket item. Hard to make sense of if you're not tech savvy, if you're not going to log into the account every day, if you're coming in with no knowledge. There are some flaws in it, and I've been vocal about it. I've expressed, especially with United Financial Freedom, making a very, clean review and video asking for support. If you're someone that has a first lien HELOC with First Savings Bank, or if you have an all-in-one loan with CMG, with that financial software, you're not able to plug in that specific product in terms of how the interest is charged versus what the software will say you're getting charged in interest. There's going to be a discrepancy. So it would be annoying if you just acquired an all-in-one loan, which costs you a couple grand to get in the first place, or the first lien HELOC or First Savings Bank, to then spend another 3-5 grand on a software that isn't going to properly run the numbers for you. That's going to be a problem. The other problem is those softwares don't account for cashback rewards and credit cards that are on 0% for a period of time. So it doesn't know how to tell you to make a balance transfer, to move this debt over here, to lower your cost of borrowing. It's just going to keep showing you Debt Snowball often. And that's a problem for me because velocity banking can clearly go faster than Debt Snowball more often than not. And then there are situations where they actually come together, where you got velocity banking and Debt Snowball together. So imagine having a software where it tells you, yeah, we're going to do velocity banking for the first 6 months, and then we're going to turn it off because we have this debt over here at 0%, but there's a high cash flow index, so there's a high cash flow to be recovered here. Then we pay that off. Then we turn velocity banking back on over here. Then we move debt over here for a 0% credit card. Just imagine that. Just showing you all at a very affordable price. Say in the $150, $100 range, like a subscription model, rather than a big upfront cost. And then you end up not using it. Versus a subscription model, people tend to use their subscription more. You're getting charged on a monthly basis, and you're getting all this value, and you're getting coaching on top of it. So that is in the making with my new partnership here, Dapo. Okay. Now, as I come to my last two topics here, people I'm looking at is the kingdom-driven entrepreneur and the kingdom real estate. So I'm going to share my screen again just to show you who I'm looking at, right? And these are potential partnerships that could benefit you, my community, not only me, but also could maybe potentially benefit you. I don't know. Again, I don't know these people. Never spoke to anyone yet, but I have reached out so far. I'm just, waiting on a response. They're probably really busy. So, first person I'm looking at is the Kingdom Real Estate. I don't exactly know who the head person is. I think it's a guy named Todd, but there are a couple of different people that are speaking on the channel, but it looks like this gentleman right here might be the one that is doing most of the content creation from what I've seen, right? So the Kingdom Real Estate is a organization, member to member, collaborative, closed community, private community that is helping people invest in real estate, helping people understand the different strategies of real estate. And I myself have been grooming and studying and learning and working my way to enter the real estate space to really multiply my income for the long term. So the reason why I like this is they say kingdom, okay? Kingdom is pretty attractive to me. I don't know how I feel about this logo. There might be some interesting things, background on how they got that logo. I don't know. But whenever I see kingdom, because I'm constantly seeking out kingdom, I am looking for people that understand how kingdom works, how a kingdom operates, and then they transition that gift that they have into business, they monetize it, and they create abundance in the marketplace. Those are the people I'm looking to work with consistently, and this may be a fit, okay? The next is the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur. It's just a podcast, so there aren't any like breakdown videos that you can see. I've been listening to some of the material, and there might be an opportunity to work in this community as well. So this is where I've been dedicating my time, right? Just so you can see where I spend my time, who I'm looking at. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So this is where I'm currently spending my time looking at, okay, who do I want to work with? Who is doing kingdom stuff in the world, right? That I could potentially work with. So that's just the two things that I wanted to share you there. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with communities, okay? Communities that I am a part of, people that I'm working with, learning from, collaboration, go from there. So ICOVEST, right, is a ministry of finance, is a church, is an ecclesiastical sovereign state that is teaching people how to move from commercial to ecclesiastical law and operate in kingdom and build kingdom commonwealth, right? When you enroll in Finance Geek Ministry, when you enroll in the Finance Geek Ministry on my website, you're going to receive additional instructions, notifications on how to get involved with ICOVEST Ministry and learn about their academy, learn about ecclesiastical law, jurisdiction, how we come together as a community and co-vest rather than invest, and establish syndication with a kingdom focus, right? Powerful, powerful stuff that's going on there. The next community is GMKC, which stands for Good Morning Kingdom Coaches. Okay. The Good Morning Kingdom Coaches, you can find them on Clubhouse. That is where you'll see them most often, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday, right? And they may do some other things. the Good Morning Kingdom coaches is a group of kingdom-minded coaches in different fields, different industries that are faith-driven entrepreneurs that are creating content, that are giving value in the marketplace. That is a community I'm a part of. So if you're looking at my content and then you look at a couple of content creators and maybe you're not getting a whole lot of value, or maybe you're just kind of looking for more kingdom people and that list is short, well, let me help you expand that list a little bit and let me show you who I'm looking at right now. So Good Morning Kingdom Coaches, that's where you can find them, is on Clubhouse. And then the person that really runs the show is Kelly Williams, who has a YouTube channel as well. So let me pull her up. Let me find her if I can. I know she's on Instagram. So let me I'll do it on my phone for you guys so you can see that. And while I'm looking for her, the other community I want to share with you is the Kingdom Linked Network, okay? The Kingdom Linked Network is ran by Coach Paul, who is also in this community, the Good Morning Kingdom Coaches, which again you can find on Clubhouse. And he's doing phenomenal work. He's got a private community that gathers roughly, I think it's 2 or 3 times a month, where they do different things. He's got a men's focus group, and then there's just the general group. They discuss different things on kingdom. There's Bible study. Powerful group. So let me put that link in the chat as well. Boom. So this is the Instagram account for Kelly Williams, who runs the Good Morning Kingdom Coaches. He pretty much, I think, started the whole thing. And then I'm going to share my screen. This is the Kingdom Linked Network, right? Let me copy that link. Boom, get that in the chat so you can see that. Yeah, so Kingdom Link Network. This is for those who are kingdom-minded entrepreneurs. You're like, all right, been doing velocity banking. Things are going good. Might be doing infinite banking. I think I want to start a business. I think I want to start networking, getting out there, pick up a new skill. So these are great online communities to be a part of, to grow, potentially do business with certain people in the marketplace. So I think that is a very interesting opportunity. Here's the next thing that I'm looking to incorporate in my life. I gotta get really serious with it. So every 90 days, my goal is to read a new book. Every 90 days, my goal is to read a new book. I think the average CEO, whatever, reads like 50-something books a month. I ain't nowhere near that. You're lucky if I read 2 books a year, right? So I'm trying to slowly but gradually increase that and get better at reading books. But I'm the type of person that when I read a book, I'll read the first chapter, 2 chapters. I learn something in it. I don't move on, because that new thing that I learn, I'm trying to go and implement it to the point where I've succeeded at it, automated it. Then I come back to the book and I read some more. So I don't know how to just read a book through. It just doesn't work for me. My comprehension skills, very low. So my ability to withhold data, very tough for me to do. I'm more auditory where I can just watch you do something and then I go and do it, versus read it, learn it, then go do it. I somehow forget in that process. I'm like, I just read it, but then when I go to do it, I don't know how to do it. But if I see you do it and you show me how to do it and you talk through it, it's so much easier for me to learn. So with that being said, to increase comprehension skills, you got to read more, right? That's the way to do it. And I think there's some other ways as well. But this book right here, Blue Ocean Strategy, is a book I'm currently reading. Okay. And again, I'm on page, it's embarrassing, I'm on page 8. Okay. I'll tell you, I'm not a reader. So I'm on page 8, and I did a business mastermind on, I think, the week before Christmas last year. So December 20 something, right? Around that time. Did a business mastermind, and I said within 90 days, I got to finish this book, right? I'm only on page 8. March 20th, I believe, is my deadline. So trying to hold myself accountable, and usually the best way to hold myself accountable, I got to tell someone, I got to show someone, I got to show, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what I struggle in. It's my vulnerabilities. Not the best reader, but I know this is a phenomenal book, because it's like, I'm already a couple pages in. I'm like, oh yeah, there's something here. There's definitely something here. So with that being said, that's what I'm doing right now. This is how I'm improving myself in 2023. Okay. Now, the next topic that I want to share with you here is a serious one. This is serious, guys. Okay. For those of you who are in the house, I think I had about 20 people or so. There's 10 or so in the house. Now, the reason why there's not a lot of people really watching today is mostly because of the topic, right? It's kind of confusing. Like, wait, live shout outs, what's going on? So this next topic, guys, is near and dear to my heart because it has to do with namesake, has to do with reputation, right? Very important. So let me erase this stuff here. Get all this off the board real quick. If you're in the house, go ahead and drop a comment for the 10 people or so that are here, right? And I want to know if you've enjoyed this conversation so far, if this was valuable to you, just kind of showing you what's been going on, what I'm working on, right? So here we go. It's 2023, guys, and there is a lot going on social media. Okay? This topic is social media scams, financial fraud, scams, just poor advice, bad stuff. Okay? I don't know if you know this, but in the last year or so, and I'm late to the game. I'm very late. I don't stay up to date with a lot of this stuff. But I am really, really shocked in the last few months. There is a lot, guys. Like, I'm talking a lot. This is my space, the financial industry. There is a lot of financial content creators that have just lost a ton of credibility. I mean a ton, a lot. And we can go through the names, right? A lot of people that just lost a lot of credibility. People you probably watch, people that pop up on your feed often, right? Because these financial content creators either didn't do their homework, got misled, tricked, fooled, whatever it is, but they themselves got fooled, and who the people that hurt even more are their followers, the audience. They get hurt even more. So there are some things that I want to go through because I want to get better. I'm a content creator. Some people consider me a guru, an influencer, right? A social media, financial influencer, financial content creator. All these different titles are being thrown at me now that the following is, it's getting up there, 47,000 subs, and the other platforms are growing as well. Name is jumping around in different spaces, so I want to be held accountable early on. So for those of you who are here watching this, can I get a commitment from some of you to hold me accountable? If you ever hear me say something completely wrong, I mean, like, yo, Dens, that, like, don't let me keep going. If you know it's wrong, if you know that's just invalid, or okay, Denzel, you made a mistake here, just want to send you a quick email. Here's the video link. Here's the timestamp. You said this at this time. Be careful saying that again, because if you read this article here and these sources, like, give me the facts where you're coming from. Give me the facts where you're coming from. The resources. Cite what you know with resources and credible data that I can look at and then say, no, Denzel, actually, boom. This way I can course correct early on. The last thing I want to do is be like some of these big content creators that start saying things in every one of their freaking videos, and then all of a sudden, boom, comes out, this was a scam, that was a scam, this was misleading, this company went bankrupt, and now your clients are out of a ton of money. It doesn't hurt the content creator as much when they lose money. Reason being is this is how most financial content creators operate. Okay? This is how most. Let me show you how I operate. Okay? We'll do it over here. This is how I operate. Me. Okay? Starts with kingdom. This is my belief system that in kingdom is a system. The system is run, operated, and ruled by a king who extends authority, gives authority to the citizens. Those citizens have skills, talents. They share, they serve, they operate. They make money. Rinse, lather, repeat. Goes back to the king. King gives more authority, more authorization, more credibility to the citizen. The citizen is increasing in their skills, gifts, and talents in the form of knowledge and wisdom, which then they continue to share, serve, operate, make more money. This is how I operate. Okay? Let's get a little more practical with it. How do I make money? How do I make money? I gave you the why behind how I operate and how I make money. But now let me go to this part, which is the actual skills, gifts, and talents, right? So I sell. I sell. That's how I make money. Okay, let's get a little more accurate with that, Denzel. How do you sell? Okay, I sell a intangible and tangible service. Okay? That service is financial coaching, consulting, and strategy. I would say about a good 40 to 50% of my income comes from this. So I have courses and programs. And then I just sell my time, right? By the hour. Someone books a call, they pay for that hour. They received an intangible. They didn't get anything from the call, but when they get off of the call, they see the tangible in their own finances. They see the results of the intangible knowledge and wisdom that I gave to them, that I was in possession of, and now they have possession of that. And therefore, they exchanged currency, money, for that value. That is how I make money. I also make money by following this system. In addition to selling, I give. This is how I also make money. So I give the intangible and tangible services that I offer on a consistent basis starting since 2018, right? And when I give, I'm giving in the name of the king. So I'm giving credit to my king and glory. So the king sees that, is delighted, takes pleasure in that, and then gives me what I need to operate. So when I give to thee, you, so I give to thee, you, I give to you in the form of the video content that you see here on the channel. It's all free. So more practically speaking, take away the spiritual component. Just practically, when I create content, YouTube pays me money because I'm monetized, right? So I'll make a good maybe 10, maybe 12, 15K a year, something like that from YouTube directly. That's monetization, that's ads, right? I have no attachment to whatever those ads are that get promoted on my YouTube channel, right? Those are just ads. You have the ability to skip them, right? You probably almost never really see them. They're in the cards. You usually don't see them. But that's how money is made, through monetization of the free content. Then I have a Patreon page. And I have a Zelle and a Cash App and the Venmo, right? And that's where people just literally send me money virtually, or a subscription, or they send me money in the mail and they say, great job, keep it going, love your material, great. So essentially, the people that fund this channel for the majority is you. It's you, right? Whether you're buying my courses, buying my programs, or I have an affiliate, I spell that right? An affiliate relationship with other business partners that pay me a commission for promoting and selling their product. Now, I only sell things that I personally use or seek to have one day. Right? So I only sell what I own or seek to own or use in the future, right? This really ensures that I am right thing, and it's also that reputation, because it's like I now stand in a position where whoops. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing, testing. My stream stopped. I'm going to wait till I see a comment. I got 14 people in the house right now. Did we stop? We get just one comment. I'm here. I can hear you. I don't know what happened there. Something happened with my screen. Carmina, Ron, Minor. Are you guys still with me? Okay, Ron, you can hear me. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I don't know. My screen said it paused, so I'm not sure where I left off. But just to recap, I sell products and services that I use personally or will use in the future, or it's a collaborative thing where I just find people that I like to potentially do business with and work with. I give. YouTube pays me. Patreon, that's you, and people who Zelle, Cash App, Venmo just send me money, and then affiliate, right? So here's where things can get a little tricky. When we start talking on this conversation right here, social media scam or financial fraud, poor advice. Here's where things get tricky. And, you know, I want your help. I want to help you, but I also want to help me too. I want to make sure I don't fall in this trap, guys. I really don't want to fall in this trap one day, because I'm looking at who got trapped. Okay, let me throw some names out. Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, Kevin O'Leary. Those are the three names I know so far that they got duped. Oh, the dude that does the magic, Andre GEEK, I think is his name. Andre GEEK is his name. And a couple other dudes that were promoting FTX. Does everybody, you guys know FTX? Come on, that's world news here, right? So I'm telling you, I'm late to the game. I'm just finding out about FTX like when everybody found out about it, but I did more research. And then I found out, oh, it wasn't just Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever his name is, the Sam dude. It wasn't just him and his family and the company that went down and bankrupt. This dude had, we're talking so many content creators in his pocket that he bought. That's about as simple as I can say it. He bought them, and they bought in, and now their credibility is shot in many ways. So how do we avoid this? How do you avoid getting bought into something that isn't true? How do I, as a content creator, and those of you that want to become content creators, and you're figuring out how to bring in money, how to run a YouTube channel or a social media company, how do you prevent from frauds and scams and poor advice? How do you prevent it? What are some things to look for? So here's what I personally look for. I consider a potential red flag. Okay? Number one is when every video or majority of a content creator, every video or majority of their videos is promoting a company, product, or service that they do not own. I'm not talking about them being a customer, okay? Customer doesn't count. I'll give you an example. If we have a content creator you watch, let's say that their main thing is real estate, okay? I'll use Meet Kevin for example. When I first came across Meet Kevin, I would say that his main thing is real estate education. Real estate. Especially when he first started, I was all about real estate. And then when you see how every single video is buy 2 free stocks, you get 2 free stocks. If you sign up for this and Webull and Robinhood, and if you sign up for this, and if you sign up for BlockFi, and if you sign up for FTX, and if you do this and do that, you get 2 free stocks, I get 2 free stocks. You get 2 free stocks and I get 2 free stocks, and you get 2 free stocks and I get 2 free stocks. This is like, it's like in the first 10 seconds of the video, then it's 5 minutes in, then it's 20 minutes into the video, and then as the video is running out, and then in the description, and then in the comments. And I mean, when I look at that, I get a little concerned as a content creator, as a consumer, as a viewer. I'm like, wait a minute, I came to learn about real estate. Why am I being told to then put $100, $250, $500 into a location that this content creator doesn't own themselves? Yeah, they're a customer, but they don't own it. They're not shareholders in the company, right? That's not their specialty. They're not teaching this consistently. I get a little sus. Graham Stephan, I would say when I first came across Graham Stephan, I would say the primary thing is real estate and personal financial education, budgeting and paying off debt, and really entertainment, right? So as a consumer, like, how do we draw our lines? This is what I want to work on today, is how do we draw our lines where is this person truly trying to help me in this one department, and the way they make money is by promoting these other companies where they can get a good amount of money from, so that they can maybe provide this one service for free, or a community or a course or something like that. Like, that's a strategy. Okay, that makes sense for them. But what happens when the product that they're promoting, that service, that company, goes bankrupt, commits fraud, crimes are, people are now damaged really bad? So where is the line between financial education and financial entertainer, right? How do you and how do we identify a financial entertainer from a financial educator, a financial teacher, a financial operator, somebody that actually walks the walk? They don't just talk the talk because they're an influencer. Like, they talk, but they do more walk than they talk, and they operate, and they actually have experience in what they're doing. How do we do this? I would say, like, one of the red flags to, hey man, why are you always doing that? Like, every 60 seconds, every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, you can't get a discussion in, because it goes into buy 2 free stocks and you get 2 free stocks, and buy 2 free stocks and you get 2 free stocks. And by the way, if you haven't already noticed, you should buy 2 free stocks so you can get 2 free stocks, and then I get 2 free stocks, and then if you sign up under my code, you get $50 and I get $50. I mean, I'm cool with it, maybe once in a while mentioning what you're working on, but to have to do it over and over and over and over and over. And I get the sales conversation. I get, the amount of times you have to touch someone, the amount of times you have to remind them to do something, the amount of times you have to tell them to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because the algorithm helps me when you hit the notification bell, and when you subscribe, it'll help the algorithm. And if you like this video, and if you smash the like button, and if you and if you like, I get it. But man, is it annoying if I'm coming to learn something, but I have to be stuffed with 20 different products and services that got nothing to do with what I came to learn, if that makes sense, right? So in this area, I want you to hold me accountable. The stuff that I'm talking about, I want you to hold me accountable. Hey, Denzel, you did something like that. And then point me to the video, timestamp it, and then compare it to the title of it. And you're like, something don't make sense here, right? I'll go back, I'll look, I'll make a comment, say, hey, I messed up here. Yep. This was an error here. I messed up on the numbers here. Yep. I'm willing to do that, right? I'm willing to be wrong. I've said that multiple times. I'm willing to be wrong, even on this discussion right here, right? So here are some parameters that we could potentially put in place, I think would help, okay? There's a YouTube channel called CoffeeZilla. This guy, let's call him an investigator. He investigates scams, right? He looks at mostly content creators. Content creators who are misleading customers, typically in the financial space, right? He also is a big investigator on MLMs, network marketing companies, and direct sales, okay? So whenever you come across, right, as a consumer, you're on YouTube and you're looking in the feed and you look up a topic, the minute you find someone, let's do research, right? So if you find a new content creator, first step, after you watch, say, 1 or 2 videos, like, let's say you just found me recently, right? You don't know who I am. You don't fully know what I do yet. You're like, you found a video I did on how to pay off debt or how to use a line of credit, or one of my popular videos that has more views than most of my other ones. Your first step, you should Google me. You should Google me. Then additional research. See where else I'm on. Is he on Instagram? He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter, LinkedIn. Look at my bio. Look at the website. Look at the pricing. Look at the services. Then look at the opposite side. So after you've done a lot of research, okay, this is the bio. This is where he comes from. I Googled him. You could easily find out if people have a criminal record, Does Denzel have a background in scamming? Has he ever scammed anyone before? Has he ever gone to jail for manipulation or scamming, like related to money? Like, I get people have a past. I get there's some content creators who have a past. You know, they went to jail for DUI, you know, but it has nothing to do with their business. Where you start to make a little correlation is when, okay, this person, when they were 18 years old, they got convicted of scamming college students on their credit cards or stealing money, and then now they're 18 and now they're 27 on YouTube, and they're talking about the best credit cards to. So maybe you can make a correlation there and say, I don't know, right? So after you've Googled that new content creator, done some research, see if there's anything going on, see what you can find on the internet, then what I want you to do is look at the opposite side. I think this would help. Look at the opposite side. Whatever that content creator is talking about, is there an opposition to their argument, conversation, topic, financial strategy, right? What does the opposite side say? Okay. Let's use velocity banking as an example, right? Like, if you were to research, right? Let's say, okay, I just found Denzel, and his content is talking a lot about velocity banking. Okay, cool. So, step one, do more research on this topic, but looking at the opposite side. So, after you've Googled me, you've done some research, you see what people are saying about it, let's look at the cons of the concept, right? Let's look at what the opposite side is saying. So I'd say content creators that do not agree with velocity banking. Who are these people? And are they credible? Right? So let's look at that. So the most credible people on the opposite side of velocity banking that have a lot of credibility, a lot of pull, Dave Ramsey, right? Dave Ramsey is 100% against velocity banking. Doesn't work. Some in the Dave Ramsey community say that velocity banking is a scam, right? It is a scam because it doesn't work, right? So how do you prove whether something works or not without you actually doing it, right? Well, one of the ways would maybe try to find some testimonies, maybe try to find someone you can actually talk to without having to pay them, that they can give their story or they can give their numbers, they can show the receipts, show the results as to how quickly they were able to pay off a certain debt faster than Snowball, and they showed the numbers, right? Because that's all it is. Then that will really help you determine. And then you can even weigh the cons. Like, what are the cons? Well, you need to have more discipline. You need to have, really good credit or decent credit. You can sometimes mess up the math. If you do the math wrong, you can sometimes interpret the numbers wrong. You can make a mistake. Some people force the concept to work in their favor, knowing that, or unknowingly that Snowball could have been faster. So this is what I do when I come across new things, right? So now let's go a little bit bigger, right? Let's go a little bit bigger. Let's say this FTX conversation. How could this have been avoided, right? How could this have been avoided for you personally, right? To me, just kind of naturally, things get weird for me when a majority of people talk about something that is brand new, not tested, hasn't been on the market long, right? Like, it's a little odd, don't you think, where anytime you turn on any type of social media account that you have and you go anywhere remotely near finance, and that's all you see is promotion about FTX and the most generous billionaire, Sam, this dude, how he's the most generous billionaire, and you trust him because he drives a Toyota Corolla. I'm like, can you show me the financials of the company instead? Can you show me how the company has been performing the last X amount of, like, is there a way for us consumers to get data on the business policies, the employees, how they operate, like, not a feeling. Oh, I feel like Denzel's a good guy. He seems humble and he talks about kingdom and he's for God. How do you make sure I'm not a wolf in sheep's clothing? How do you do that? How do we do that together? Like, how do we measure this? So I think there could have been a lot to avoid an episode like this, like FTX. And now we've got BlockFi. This is another big one, guys. BlockFi is big. There's a lot of content creators promoting that. And you know what else is another one? Crypto.com. Crypto.com, just like FTX, had an arena. Crypto.com has an arena, right? Crypto.com has Matt Damon. They got all of UFC. Every time you see a UFC match, dude, that's all you see is the Crypto.com shirts, right? Now, I'm not saying Crypto.com is a scam. Reason being is when I was doing my research and my homework, right, I was looking at different articles, who runs the company, how do they make money, right? Here's what's interesting. With Crypto.com, if you're going to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, any currency, typically it's a little overpriced. So Crypto.com makes their money off the spread of the value of whatever cryptocurrency you're going to buy, right? Let me see if I can verify that real quick. So if I go on Crypto.com right now, right, Bitcoin is BTC right now is $21,713.31. Now, if we go on Coinbase, all right, let's see if this bad boy opens up. Come on, I'll wait for you. Oh, darn it. I gotta sign in. There we go. Come on. Come on. Log me in, log me in. Ugh, can't log in. I'm gonna go on my computer real quick. Go on Coinbase. Let's see what we got. Do me a favor. If someone can sign in on Coinbase and tell me what the price of Bitcoin is right now, or any other exchange, any other crypto exchange. That's my favor for the 10 people or so that are in the room. Do me that quick favor. Because from what I remember, when I would buy anything on crypto.com and then I looked at it on Coinbase, I saw that the price was different. The price of that currency was different. So I saw, okay, that's how crypto is making a little bit of a spread on their money. Then the other thing that crypto.com was doing that they're still doing now is they dabbled a lot into the NFT space. They've got gamification on here, different games that you can play to earn rewards. They have their own currency, CRO. It used to be called CRO, then they changed it to Chronos, right? Okay. And then they have the crypto debit card, right? Costs a lot of money. So they have like services on the platform that's making money, right? That was something that was kind of helpful for me to kind of get it. Yeah, so, okay, thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. So 21,686.20. Notice that difference? That's the spread that crypto keeps, right? So you bought Bitcoin at 21,713.31 on crypto.com, but it was actually, you could have got it for a little bit cheaper on Coinbase, and then probably could have got it cheaper maybe on these other platforms, right? I've always found that, like, I don't get that. That's kind of weird, right? So here's the most that I've done. And again, I'm willing to be wrong about this. See, this is the difference, I think, between certain content creators, right? Here's what they do. Certain content creators, I'm not going to call out too many people, but I've already done like Graham, I meet Kevin. These are big guys, so they can handle it. Andre and some of the other players. I have big followings. What I've personally seen when I watch their content, these guys are talking about so many different things at speeds that are just coming at you really fast, right? So what can happen is, if they're wrong about this one thing, they kind of shoo it away. Maybe they'll do one video apologizing. Maybe they'll do one thing here. Hey, I'm sorry, da. But meanwhile, you got a ton of people that just lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're not even accountable for that. You took money from a company that gave you multiple six figures. I think the least you can do is say, look, people, this is how much money I made promoting FTX. This is how much money I received in sponsorship, compensation, ads. This is how much money I received on the referrals, on the native currency of that exchange. Here's how much I received. And they should also say things like, by the way, 48 hours, 72 hours before FTX collapsed, I moved all my money off of their exchange into my own possession, into my personal ledger. I took my Bitcoin off. I took my Ethereum off. I took my Cardano off, and my this and my that. but then you made a video 72 hours later, basically giving your audience no time to do what you did. Like, if you get a content creator like that, that's, to me, that's a way how you can restore credibility. That's how you can restore your character, restore integrity. So I'm doing it early on, early on. And that's with crypto.com, because I think, here's FTX, people. This made the news. What might not make the news as much as FTX is maybe BlockFi. Okay? A lot of people are saying BlockFi is next to go bankrupt. Right? So then in my head, I'm like, okay, FTX went down. BlockFi maybe next. Is Gemini next? Maybe. I have done promotion videos on crypto.com where I have received income, no sponsorships, guys. I have not taken any sponsorship whatsoever. That's why you never hear me say, oh, sign up for crypto.com, and when you sign up, you get $25 and I get $25, and when you sign up, and like, you ain't got to worry about that with me. So check this out. Let's go to rewards. Okay. So let me show you how much money I've made on crypto.com alone. I've made $125 in referral bonus. That's it. That's the only type of money I receive from them. That's it. Now, with my crypto debit card, I've made $1,285.96 in rewards. Okay. Now, I'm quite a believer in this crypto exchange. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. And I've told all of my clients and anyone that signed up, for the few people that did, probably like 5 or 6 people that signed up under my code, right? I'm willing to be wrong. I told them, I said, I'm willing to be wrong about that Chronos, the CRO token. I'm willing to be wrong. If this goes bankrupt, this is how much money I will lose. Okay. So right now, I have on the exchange, so how much money I have on the exchange. I have $41,755.58. Okay. I have all my Bitcoin on this exchange. I have all my CROs, I have Cardano, I have Decentraland, I have the Sandbox, I have Polkadot, right? On this exchange, they have something called Crypto Earn, right? Where you can stake your currencies on the crypto.com exchange. You earn a rate of return. The exchange takes that crypto that I staked and they go multiply it. So here's what has happened with crypto.com that got people a little bit spooked in the past, right? Here's what happened. Crypto.com used to give high returns. On the different cryptos. This is an example. USDC, United States dollar coin, a dollar for dollar to the US dollar, right? I used to earn 12% rate of return on my USDC. Guys, I was earning quite a bit. Way more than your average bank account at a, checking or savings or money market or CD or bond, right? Was earning way more. So I was earning 12% on my USDC coin. With Bitcoin, I was earning 6%. And with the native token, the Chronos, I was earning 8%. Quite a bit. Like, I was earning really good numbers, guys. Really good numbers. Okay? As of recently, when I look at my crypto on the crypto earn with my USDC, look at this crap. I'm only earning 0.97%, right? I went from 12% earning, now I'm only earning 0.97%. With Bitcoin, I went from earning 6%, now I'm only earning 3%. With Chronos or CRO, I was earning upwards of 8%. Now I'm earning between 2 and 3%. So the rates have dropped tremendously. Here's what else happened to crypto.com. They've laid off a ton of staff recently, okay? A lot. And the CEO of crypto does not have the best background, okay? But I was okay with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm okay with some of the background that the CEO has, and what I mean by that is the CEO of crypto.com had a previous company, I think, that went bankrupt. It failed or whatever happened, and then he got out. Now, in his own words, in articles that I've seen, he's made it pretty public. He's like, "Yep, I messed up. We lost money. I have scars. I got wounds on me, and I've used those scars to help me be a better CEO today." I like that. There's other CEOs that will say, "Oh, I wasn't working for the company during that time, or I got out, or I got fired." So there's no accountability. Like, they don't take any accountability whatsoever. Like, no blame goes to you because you walk on water, right? No blame to you because you walk on water. If you have a content creator that does this, where they don't own up to it, or they do like they dip their toes in the water a little bit, you know? "Hey guys, I'm sorry." What is that? What is that? "Hey guys, sorry, I made a mistake." And it's a 60-second clip that probably won't rank nearly as high as their other videos. So not even all their audience sees it. And they don't take the time to make multiple, lots. Here's what I would say. If I made 50 videos promoting FTX, then I should make 50 apology, or I should do double. I should make 100 apology videos breaking down the exact amount of money you lost, the exact amount of money you made, the amount of money you took in sponsorships, full transparency, full honesty. Why did you accept the money? Why did you do this? What research did you not take? When you accepted the 6-figure, 7-figure paycheck, what contingencies came with it? What was the contract? Everything, right? And I would do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until I am certain that my entire audience, I would even go on other people's YouTube channels where I've promoted FTX, and I would say, "Guys, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. I effed up. I lost money. My clients lost money. We made a mistake," right? That's the way to do it. That's the only way to do it. To recover character, to recover integrity, to recover your credibility. It's the only way to do it. So what I'm saying right now with crypto.com, if it ends up being another FTX and this thing goes bankrupt, I will be the first one, right? This is my commitment to you, and I want you to hold me accountable. I will be the first one that says, I started pulling money out around this time. I've already showed you how much money I made. In fact, I didn't tell you. Let me tell you how much money I had in crypto.com. This might shock you a little bit. So let's see. At one point with my crypto.com, I had November 23rd, 2021, I had $142,831.71. That's how much money I had in crypto.com. January 31st, 2022, crypto crashes, right? Not that day, but it started to crash. My account went from $142,000 down to $89,000. I was still a believer in crypto.com. June 13th, 2022, I went from $89,000 down to $50,000. Okay? Down to $50,000. And now it is February 11th, 2023. I'm at $41,755.58. So I've lost a ton of money on crypto.com. Here's what I've done so far. I'm still a believer. Okay? Somebody has to win. That's my mindset. FTX is a loser. BlockFi might be the next loser. Somebody's got to win. Somebody in this space has to have integrity. Somebody. I don't know if it's Gemini. I don't know if it's going to be BlockFi. I don't know if it's Coinbase. Coinbase just released that you can earn 4% on your USDC coin. So I am considering moving my USDC from crypto to Coinbase to earn that 4%, but I'm going to wait because maybe crypto.com might compete with Coinbase and increase your rate of return on the USDC coin. So again, I'm still a believer, even though I've lost a ton of money in it. Still a believer. But what I have done is I have moved all of my Ethereum off of the crypto.com platform. And as soon as my staking period is done with my Bitcoin, because I still have all my Bitcoin on the crypto.com exchange, I have almost one whole Bitcoin. I think I have about 0.75 or something like that. I've got I have 43 days left in the staking period on my Bitcoin. As soon as it's done, as soon as the staking period is done and now I have access to my Bitcoin, I am taking it off of that exchange, putting it in my ledger. So where it can be safe. Because all of the platforms are not providing a good rate of return on Bitcoin. Like I said, it used to be 6%, 7 or higher, whatever the case was. It used to be higher. I'm now taking it off. So that's the only thing I'm doing with crypto.com is I'm taking off Bitcoin and Ethereum off that platform because those are my biggest holdings. So I'm taking it off, putting it in the ledger, and then I'm actually moving from there. I'm moving my Bitcoin, I'm moving my Ethereum into the kingdom, into the ecclesiastical jurisdiction, and then I'm going to convert Ethereum and Bitcoin into sovereign minted gold and silver, which is God's money, where it's more reliable. That's my strategy. That's my plan for 2023. That's what's happening. Then in the meantime, with crypto.com, because again, I'm still a believer in their native currency, which is Kronos. Let me tell you how much I have with Kronos. So I have staked 1,400. I have about 65,000 coins of the Chronos, which is only worth about 8 cents right now, right? 8 or 9 cents. It used to be at around 92 cents was the all-time high. So it was going up and then it crashed. So it was at 92 cents. It crashed. It's at 8 cents right now. That's when I originally got in. I got in around 4 to 6 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents. I stopped buying around 15, 20 cents is when I stopped buying it, right? So I really haven't lost money on that. So I have about 65,000 coins staked. Then I have another 50,000 coins that are staked in a separate account here. That money is earning 8%, right? And it gives me access to this crypto debit card because they have what's called these crypto debit cards, right? And it's by Visa. Visa's pretty credible. So I have the whatchamacallit. What color is this? I think it's rose gold. Yep. So I have the rose gold card right here. I think you can see it. I think, yeah. So the rose gold card is worth, right now, it costs $40,000. That's a big revenue for crypto.com. It costs $400,000 for their Obsidian card, which is like the black card of, say, Amex or something like that. But it costs 400 grand to get that card. $400,000 or $400,000 worth of CRO or Chronos. So the way I got access to the crypto debit card, that's worth 40 grand, right? That card, I got access to it because when CRO, the native token, it went all the way up to like 92 cents, right? Mind you, I was buying it between 8 and 15 cents. So it, $4 worth of CRO, I immediately staked all of it. And then they sent me the card weeks later, right? Got the card. That card gets me access to thousands of lounges at different airports. That's a value to me. And I can bring a guest with that card for free. That's pretty cool. It's cool value. I get 100% cash back in the form of CRO whenever I run my Spotify subscription and or Netflix subscription. So there's value there, right? So again, I'm a believer, but if the company fails, that's really going to suck. I will lose a ton of money. And I only have 5 or 6 people that signed up using my link so far. If others do it, this is the warning that I'm giving. And I've only done about no more than 10 videos talking about crypto.com. I really don't think. So again, however many promotional videos I've done on crypto.com will be double the amount of videos I do if crypto goes bust, if they go bankrupt, right? So I think that's important, guys, because your money is extremely important. Who you trust on the internet nowadays can make or break your finances. Like, that's actually part of your personal finances now, is who do you trust? Because if you trust this person to do this and then all of a sudden you find out, oh no, right? What is the repercussion of that? They don't get hurt because they can just take the videos down, delete them, right? And then start promoting the next thing. And start promoting the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then it kind of gets swept under the rug. So as a content creator, there's less accountability on our part, because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is it's on your part, because it's your money. Whatever a content creator like myself and others promote, right? and then you mess up or you fail or you don't make money, technically it's your fault, but you were influenced. So it's also, there's a blame on my part, but the repercussion is not that bad for us. What hurts us is obviously credibility, character, and integrity. That may cost us years down the road, stress. You got to answer to God. So it's a different accountability, but it's not an initial like hit on us, the content creators, which gives us the ability to keep making more content. Oh yeah, da da da. Oh yeah, don't pay attention to that. Oh, that was in the past. Look at this now. This is how we're making money. It's not the route I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the route because I don't serve me. I serve a king, the king. So I gotta answer to him in my dreams, in my alone time, when I'm stressed out, when I die, when bad things happen in my life, when consequences, when karma hits or whatever. That's stuff that I have to wrestle with. I feel like that is a higher pain than just getting a slap on the wrist or a fine here or there, or people commenting that I'm a fake guru or whatever the case may be. So I want to avoid all of that in advance. Have you guys, that my loyal followers and subscribers, be my accountability partners in this. And I'm just letting you know, this is the only area in my finances that may be at risk, is in the cryptocurrency space. Everything else is solid. I don't have no debt, right? I'm building my cash value life insurance policies. I'm saving money. I'm managing the business finances really well. I'm making profit. I'm building good relationships with content creators that I feel and know and trust, and done research and Googled them and looked at the opposite side and looked at the cons and the pros, and I'm evaluating it. That's why my videos are so long, guys. Like, I'm not interested in short, get rich, get a bunch of followers. I'm not interested in that. If it happens, it happens. But best believe I am explaining every single detail I possibly can that I know to make sure you don't make the wrong move. So with that being said, hello to Albert and Annette. I appreciate your comment earlier. I think you're being too self-conscious. You're the leader. You're the leader. Lead. Absolutely. Definitely appreciate your comments there. Appreciate everyone that tuned in today. I'm going to close it out here. Let's take one last look at the board. Just kind of breaking things down. Again, CoffeeZilla, that's a good YouTube channel where you can stay up to date on different scams that are going on. And then there's another channel called Pocket Watchers. I forgot his name, but if you look up Pocket Watchers, he's another YouTuber that is specifically analyzing the Black community, where he looks at Black influencers, Black content creators, Black business owners that are scamming the Black community. So he's more niche. So you may like that. CoffeeZilla goes big. Like, he looks at the Logan Pauls, the FTX, like the big scams is what he's looking at. Big MLM companies, network marketing companies that scamming a ton of people in broad daylight. That's really good to stay up to date with him. And then Pocket Watchers, look that up. I think he might be at 100K subs. CoffeeZilla is like 2.6 mil. But Pocket Watchers, he's looking specifically at the Black community. He'll look at, I don't know, rappers, business owners that collaborate with other people. He looks at network marketing companies. He did a thing on infinite banking, right? He's against infinite banking. So he did a thing on that. Just left and right. He's really good. And he's a financial advisor. So he's a financial advisor. And his whole thing is pocket watching. He's watching your pockets so that you don't lose money getting scammed, right? Because you could have all your investments going on and you get scammed and you lose a ton of money. Oh my goodness, that is pain. That is painful to lose money when you're making so much progress to a scam or get frauded, right? Things like that. Oh, and finally, this is I've made some emails about this, but guys, on Instagram, I have like 5 fake social media accounts that are impersonating me. So if you're getting DM'd about crypto investments, give me your WhatsApp number. If you know me, you know that I don't sell crypto investments. I don't have a WhatsApp. I have WhatsApp, but I don't use it. I never ask for people's phone number. I don't even give my phone number. I just do email, right? So for those of you who know, you already know me, but for new people, there's like 4 or 5 social media accounts on Instagram that are impersonating me. It looks just like my account. Like they've got everything lined up, but there's like one little error. So it's like my Instagram is Denzel N. Rodriguez, but then theirs will be Denzel N. Rodriguez, or Denzel N. Rodriguez with a period at the end. Like it's very subtle. You don't typically notice it. So if you're following them, please unfollow, block them, and then tag my real account so Instagram knows, and maybe they can get on the ball. It's just weird. I'm like, I don't even have that many followers on Instagram. I got like 4,000 followers. That's it. And I've got 5 fake accounts. I'm like, I can only imagine when I get to 10, 20, 50,000. Probably going to have 20 impersonators. It's going to suck. But hopefully that changes. So with that being said, we'll close it out here. God bless you all. We will be having another live stream probably 2 weeks from now. Get on the email list. Join the Finance Geek Ministry. Let's have some fun together. Let's grow together. Let's expand the kingdom. God bless. Talk soon.
I remember you saying, hey, I know something's there, like with this policy design, as you were digging into it, really from the consumer side.
I guess you could say there wasn't a big amount of creators on YouTube that were focusing on velocity banking, personal finance, things like that.
Like you said, it doesn't matter who you get the information from, as long as you get the information and you take action. That's all that we ask at the end of the day, so that you can build wealth for your family and your family's family.
Hey, here's a taste. Now, if you're feeling it at all, then go take a deeper dive. Go start doing your research. Start listening and learning about this whole concept